Good morning, Year 2. Happy Monday. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Just going to go through your learning timetable for today. So we're starting with our reading. The reading we're doing today is called Cobweb Morning. Then our core skills. Maths. Math is a practical session today. Moving on to our spelling quiz, our English work, CC, and then some mindfulness activities. And I've got something a little bit different today because Mrs. Mulliner has purchased a lovely book all about self-esteem and helping you with mindfulness. And there are some lovely activities in there, so I hope you enjoy those. Hope you've got your books ready and you've written the date, which is Monday the 18th of May 2020, and you've written Cobweb Morning. Little bit different for our reading today. I think you'll find this really fun. So what I would like you to do is just pause here and read this little bit of text here about Cobweb Morning. When you've done that, press play and I will show you the poem. So what you're going to do today is you're going to read this poem, which is called Cobweb Morning. Read and enjoy. And then can you pick at least one verse, so that's one chunk of information, to draw a picture of what that verse wants you to imagine in your mind. So when you're reading it, what picture does that information in the poem give you? So what has the author given you? So you're just going to read it and draw a part of that poem today. And then what I would like to see from you is a picture of one of the little bits in there. So if you pause it now, have a little go, and then I'll give you an example if you're finding it tricky. So off you go. Okay, hopefully you've all had a little go. So if Mrs. Mulliner decided to use this bit, cobwebs hung in the cold air everywhere, my picture would be of cobwebs hanging in the cold air all around the playground. So I'm going to draw a playground with some cobwebs on. They clothe the trees. The trees are going to be covered in them, and they dress every bush in veils of fine white lace. So I would have a picture of a playground with trees, bushes, and all of those cobwebs hanging everywhere. So hopefully you've had a little go at that, and it's a different way of doing some reading comprehension. So I hope you find that fun. Moving on now to your core skills. I'm loving seeing all the children that are doing their battles. Well done to you. Seeing more children that are ready to move on to their next stage. Remember, if you think you're confident and you're getting them right, you're getting lots right really quickly, really confident with the multiplication and the division, please get in touch at year 2 at redbrookhayes.safs.school.uk and we can move you to the next one. We've done this for a few children, so don't forget to let us know if you need to move on. If you can't get onto TT Voxels, again, let us know and we will help. There's also hit the button or any practice of games that you might do at home, matching, anything like that, just let us know. Please send pictures if you're doing some different bits. Pause it here, do your core skills. When you're ready, come back and we will do our math session. You can have a piece of paper or your book ready for the maths. You don't need it, but there is a little extra thing in there that you might want it for. Okay, off you go. Okay guys, hopefully you've managed to do your core skills now and you're ready for our maths learning. So last week we were looking at measuring weight and mass. This week we're measuring, but something a little bit different. So our learning objective question is, how can you compare the volume of two containers? So have a little think. If we're comparing what's in two containers, the volume, not the mass, so think about what that means. What language or words could we use? Pause it, have a little think. Might want to go and have a little look in your cupboard for two cups or containers and think about what language we might use for that. When you've had a go, press play and we'll look at some together. Okay, so you could say that a glass or a container, a bottle, is full. You could say it's half full, so that means half of it is full of water or a liquid and the other half isn't. You could say it's a quarter full, So when we're looking at quarters, how many pieces are we splitting into? Yeah, that's 4 pieces, and just one of those quarters is full, or 3/4 full. So again, if we were splitting that bottle or that container into 4 bits, 3 parts of those 4 would be covered. Now, what I want you to do today is to explore practically. So you'll do it is to show 3 different containers. So you're just going to get 3 different containers. It can be cups, it can be jugs, it can be saucepans, bottles, it can be anything you've got. I want you to tell me which has the largest capacity. So which one would fill in the most, would fit the most liquid or rice. So once you've decided that, so you might want to put it in order and take a picture. Using water or rice, you're going to make each container 1/4 full. So you're going to show me 1/4. So using the rice or the water, you'll fill it 1/4. You might want to write 1/4 next to it. If it's nice outside, you could be working with the water outside, and you could write it with chalk on the floor. Then you need to show me it being half full, and then 3/4 full and full. Okay, so 2 different things. You've got to get your 3 containers and tell me which one's got the largest. Then, using water or rice, you're going to show me a full cup, half full, 1/4 full, and 3/4 full. Off you go now and explore. And I've put here, remember to take photos and send them to our class email for us to see. When we're back at school, it would be lovely to have some of these photographs printed and put up around the school to show all your excellent learning. Pause it, go and have a go at that. When you're ready, come back and we'll look at your secure. Okay, so hopefully you found 3 containers. You've explored, you've found 1/4 full, half full, 3/4. We're going to have a little look at our secure it now. So, there's 2 parts to this really. The first bit is this. Complete the sentences using the words less, more or equal. So you need to look at the containers. Container A has something than container B. So you need to decide, does it have less, does it have more, or is it equal to? Then we've got another one here, which is similar. Then we've got complete the sentences. The bottle can fill how many mugs? So using the pictures to help you. And the pot can fill how many mugs? And then it says use some other containers to investigate how many mugs of rice they take to fill. So this can be done by writing the sentences out. You could just write number 1 and then the word less, more or equal. You could just do it by talking to a grown-up and telling them the answer. The same with this, the numbers. And then the last bit is just you exploring a little bit more and understanding how much capacity something has. So exploring with that rice. This will be if your grown-ups have got rice, because we know it's a little bit strange at the moment and you might be struggling to find rice, so you might not be able to use rice, you might be able to use something else. So just ask your grown-ups, or it might be that you need to use water. Okay, so have a little go. When you're done, press play and we'll look at the answers together. Okay, so completing the sentences using the words less, more or equal. So if we look, container A has less than container B. We can see B is almost full, A is just over halfway. So the word that you needed for that was less. Container C has something than container B. So here's container C and here's container B. So container C has less than container B. Container A has something than container C, but something than container B. So the first ones you're looking at is container A and C. So has A got more or less than C? That's right, it's got more than container C, but less than container B. And then completing the sentences, the bottle can fill 1, 2 mugs, and the pot can fill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mugs. And hopefully you've had a go at exploring the containers that you found before and seeing how much rice or water, how many mugfuls you can fit in there. And you could have recorded that in a table, just on a piece of paper. You could just have pictures, whichever way you wanted to show that. Brilliant. So, the deepening is also a practical today. So it says, choose a selection of different size containers. Decide how you will measure how much liquid each container can hold. So you're going to order your containers from smallest to largest, and then you're going to compare them using the symbols less than, greater than, or equal to. So again, remembering to take pictures. So this lesson today is all about exploring the volume of a liquid in a bottle. So it's kind of measuring, whereas last week we were measuring whether it was heavier or lighter, this time we're seeing which one has more or less liquid in. So you're just comparing. So all this lesson today is, all Mrs. Muller wants you to be able to do at the end of the lesson is to order containers to tell me which one's the biggest and which one's the smallest, and to understand how we can measure volume. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at how we can use an actual measurement to help us measure that. So just enjoy having some water play, finding the biggest containers, comparing them, and please take lots of photos. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. So very practical lesson. I hope you enjoy it. You might want to have a little break. When you come back, it's time for our spelling quiz. So please make sure you've got your paper ready or your book, and you've written your date, which is Monday the 18th of May, and we will get started on our quiz. Have a nice break, guys, and I will see you shortly. Okay, welcome back. I hope you had a nice little break there. So now it is time, whilst you're writing your date and getting ready, to take one last look at those spellings from last week. So if you remember, what sound were we looking at? That's right, it's that E sound at the end of the word, but spelt E-Y. So these were your spellings. K-E, key, donk-E, donkey, monk-E, monkey, chimney, chimney, val-E, valley, troll-E, trolley, journey, journey, turk-E, turkey, jock-E, jockey, and kidney, kidney. Now just remember those words, that word monkey sounds like what sound here? Yeah, it sounds like the ut sound, doesn't it? And we looked at that a couple of weeks ago, so don't forget that one. So pause it, have a little look. When you're ready to quiz, press play and I will start. Okay, so we're going to listen to the spellings that Mrs. Mulliner asked you to write. If I go too quickly at any point, remember you can pause the video to give yourself more time. You're going to write them in your book or on your paper. If you're not ready yet, pause it. But if you are, we're going to start. So number 1, the first word is key. I use the key to open the door. The word is key. Number 2, donkey. I had a donkey ride on the beach. The word is donkey. Donkey. Number 3, kidney. I had a steak and kidney pie. The word is kidney. Kidney. Number 4, monkey. I saw a monkey at the zoo. The word is monkey. Number 5, jockey. A jockey rides a horse. The word is jockey. Number 7, chimney. He climbed up the sooty chimney. The word is chimney. Chimney. Number 7, turkey. I like to eat turkey on Christmas Day. The word is turkey. Number 8, valley. I jumped into the valley. The word is valley. Number 9, journey. I went on an exciting journey. The word is journey. And finally, number 10, trolley. When I go shopping, I use a trolley. Okay guys, check you've got 10 words. You should have number 1, key, number 2, donkey, number 3, kidney, 4, monkey, 5, jockey, 6, chimney, 7, turkey, 8, valley, 9, journey, 10, trolley. Okay, when you're ready, we would like you to have a little look, check and mark your spellings, and remember to email us a picture. We have got some absolute spelling superstars getting 10 out of 10 every week, which is absolutely amazing to see. I think we've only had a few children emailing us about their spelling, so please let us know what score you're getting. We love to know, and we always talk about it in the shout outs, so keep it up with your spellings. So pause it now, check your spellings. When you've finished, press play, come back, and we're going to look at your English work together. You will need your book or some paper, okay? Right then guys, something a little bit different in English as well today. So we're going to be exploring the story of the snail and the whale. So what I would like you to do is listen to Mrs. Upton reading the story of the snail and the whale from the link on our website. So if you go to the school website, there is a section on there which is about stories that the staff have read. Find the snail and the whale. There is a link on there, and it's Mrs. Upton reading it. If not, if you've got the book The Snail and the Whale at home, fantastic, you can read that. And if you're still struggling and you haven't got a book, or you can't find the link of Mrs. Upton, you can get this on YouTube, okay? So all we want you to do is listen to the story and think about what you like about it. Off you go and do that. When you're ready, come back and press play and we'll look at it together. Okay, hopefully you've all managed to read The Snail and the Whale. So all we want you to do today is to tell us what your favourite part of the story was. So you're going to write this sentence using your neatest writing. Try and join up. We're seeing some gorgeous handwriting. Lots of you trying to get into pen when you're back at school. I think Mr. Gaffney will have lots of you going to get your pen licences, by the way, by the looks of things. A capital letter and the correct punctuation. So remember, could be a full stop if it's a statement. If it's a question or it's an exclamation sentence, you can add that in there. So you're going to write, my favourite part of the story was, and then your sentence. So if Mrs. Mulliner was writing that sentence, I would write, my favourite part of the story was when everybody saved the whale. I love that part of the story. So that's what you need to do. So pause it here. When you've written that sentence, come back and I will go through connected curriculum briefly and your mindfulness activities. Okay guys, welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed doing that. Well done. Nice morning of activities this morning. Again, connected curriculum, remember it's at least 2 activities from this in a week. I've just picked out one today that I've not seen much of. Actually, I have seen quite a few of you making cakes, but it's quite a nice one. So as designers, we will prepare basic traditional dishes from around the British Isles developing our skills of cutting, peeling and grating. We'd love to see photos of you preparing different dishes with your family. You could also share some of your recipes with us all. Why not make your own family recipe book? So this could be making lunch, like we've seen Reese and Lola have made their lunch. It could be helping your grown-ups peeling the potatoes and things, just being really careful and making sure you're doing this with a grown-up. My Charlie likes to help me peel the potatoes, and when I've cut the carrots, he likes to put them into the bowl and things. So it's just helping out a little bit with the cooking. What I've put down here are some links. So there's Great British Chefs, which got kids recipes, kids cooking activities, but it could just be helping them. So why not this week have a go at helping your grown-up with some dinner? So say to your grown-up, could we do some baking today, or this week, or could I help you when you're doing your lunch, preparing lunch or dinner, and see if there's anything you can do to help. Okay, we really love to hear some of those things. Right then, our last thing today is our mindfulness challenge, which I know you are all loving, and it's really good to see. So this is a book that I've purchased because I really thought, I saw this and I thought of you all, class 2, and I thought this could be really useful for our wonderful class at the moment. So it's called You're a Star, and it's a child's guide to self-esteem, so feeling really good about yourself, and it's by Poppy O'Neill. So if anybody's grown-ups are interested in this book, it's really lovely, and inside it's got lots of activities which the children can do. I'm going to pick a couple out each day so you can each week so you can see. So this is one of the activities, and it's called My Treasure Box. And the question it wants you to think about, so it's mindfulness because it's getting you to stop and it's getting you to think about something. So all those worries and all those other things are out of your mind because you are in that moment thinking about your treasure box. What's important to you? And that's the question that's going in your head. Right, what's really important to me? And it says, can you draw or write about the people you love, the things you enjoy, and what you work hard at? So this doesn't need to be a drawing if you don't want it to be. This could just be 5 minutes of sitting in your mindfulness place somewhere where it's really comfy and quiet and you can think about it. Or you could draw, or you could write. It's completely up to you. So if Mrs. Mulliner was doing this, can you draw or write about the people you love? I would straight away think about my husband, Charlie, and Bump, so baby that is to come very soon. Okay. I would then also think about my mom and my dad and my sisters and my brother and my nieces and my nephew and my nan. So can you see how you're thinking about all those other people that you love and you care for, your friends, the things you enjoy? So I enjoy helping you at school and teaching you. I enjoy playing with Charlie. I enjoy going for nice walks with my family. What you work hard at. I work really hard at my teaching and hopefully provide you with lots of fun activities. I work hard to try and be a good mom. And all these different things that you do, that you love, things you enjoy. Another thing, reading. Mrs. Mulliner loves to read. So it could be that you draw it. It could be that you make a treasure box and inside you put some of the things that you love. So like photographs of your grown-ups, like a little scrap box with all your treasure in. So in mine I'd have a photo of me and my husband on my wedding day, my son. I'd have a picture maybe of the baby scan. I'd have a picture of my mum and my nieces, my nephews, brothers, sisters. Can you see how we build it? Then there might be a book in there. And what you can do with that then is when you're having those moments where you're feeling a little bit worried or anxious, this treasure box, well, this is how I believe I would use it. You go and get it out and it reminds you of that. What's important to me? Okay, so I'm really worried about this, but what is important to me? So I'm going to get my treasure box out. I'm going to have a little look through. Yes, I'm very lucky because I've got this. Yes, I'm very lucky and I love to do this. And it just reminds you, and that the things you enjoy, when you're struggling, you're finding it tricky, going back to the things you enjoy really helps. So if Mrs. Mulliner is having a really tricky day, or I'm worried about something, I know if I sit and I read a few pages of my book, or I read a book to Charlie, or I go for a nice walk, that it clears my mind and it helps. So hopefully that treasure box is something you can keep coming back to whenever you need to. I thought that was a really nice activity, and it's something I'm definitely going to do. So if that helps, brilliant. And if any of the grown-ups want any more activities or are interested in that book, please email me and ask. But if you search for it on Amazon or Google, you can find it, and there's lots of lovely things in there, and it's not very expensive either. So but yes, please ask if there's anything you want me to look at in particular. Another activity then, it's called a brain break. So it says drop everything and sit in your mindful body. So that means nothing in your hands, nothing on your lap. You just sat there relaxing. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale. Deep breath in. So when you breathe in, you're going to picture something, somebody, or somewhere that makes you feel really happy. I thought this linked in really nicely to our treasure box. So you're stopping and you're thinking about something, someone, or somewhere that makes you feel happy. So it could be your dog, it could be your family, it could be the beach, it could be somewhere where you've been on holiday or a day trip. It can be anything you want to. And you're just going to keep that picture in your head, and you're just going to take 8 deep breaths in and out whilst thinking about that thing, person, or place. Okay, so it's just getting you to think about that. 2 really nice ones there for you to have a go at. Again, please let us know if you do some of these challenges and which ones your favourites are. I know I've been doing some of them as I've been teaching you them, and they do really help. So thank you for your hard work today, guys, and I will be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye.